In the quiet coastal town of Windermere, nestled between windswept dunes and old pine woods, the Bennett family lived in a cozy white cottage. Ethan and Mariah had moved there just months earlier with their newborn daughter, Rowan, seeking a slower life and clean ocean air. Their golden retriever, Nori, had been with them since college, faithful, playful, the kind of dog that wagged her tail in her sleep and greeted strangers with a lick. Which is why it didn't make any sense when Nori started acting strange. It began on a foggy Wednesday in April. Mariah was just drifting off to sleep when she heard a low, deliberate growl. Not a bark. Not a whine. Just a quiet, almost guttural warning. She sat up in bed, the sound tightening her chest like a vice. Ethan stirred. "You hear that?" They both padded down the hall in their socks, the old floorboards creaking under them. The nursery door was open just a crack, and inside, the pale moonlight spilled across the rug. Nori sat rigidly beside Rowan's crib, her fur bristled, eyes fixed on the baby. Her growl rose again, almost pleading. "Nori?" Mariah whispered. "What is it, girl?" The dog didn't flinch. She didn't even blink. Mariah, unsure and uneasy, coaxed her out with a biscuit and shut the nursery door behind her. Maybe she heard a mouse in the wall, she told herself. Or a creak in the vent. But it happened again the next night. And the next. Always around the same time, 3:17 a.m. Ethan checked the baby monitor. Nothing but soft breathing and the occasional twitch of a tiny hand. "She's never been like this," he muttered, watching Nori on the screen. "She's never even growled at a squirrel." They were baffled. Nori had spent the last 3 months curled up protectively next to Rowan's crib like a silent sentinel. Now, she growled as though guarding her from something unseen. Terrified, they brought her to the vet. Perfectly healthy. Then a behaviorist. "It could be something she senses. Dogs pick up on sounds, even vibrations we don't notice," she suggested. They checked for mold. Hired someone to test for carbon monoxide, gas leaks, faulty wiring. Nothing. The house was fine. But they weren't. Mariah cried more than once, clutching Rowan close and staring into Nori's sad, golden eyes. "Why are you doing this, girl?" she asked one night. Why now? And then came the night that changed everything. A storm rolled in off the coast, wind battering the shutters, thunder making the glass tremble. Mariah woke suddenly to frantic barking. Not the deep, deliberate growl she'd grown used to. This was panicked, loud, urgent. Ethan was already halfway to the nursery when she caught up. Nori was there, barking with wild eyes, then running back to the crib. She bit gently at Mariah's pajama pants and yanked hard. She didn't stop until Mariah was kneeling over the crib. And that's when she saw it. Rowan's face was pale. Still. Too still. "Ethan," her voice cracked as she reached into the crib. She's not breathing," chaos erupted. Ethan dialed 911. Mariah fumbled to pick up Rowan, but Nori was already ahead of her. The dog pressed her cold nose to the baby's chest and gave a quick, firm nudge. Then another. Rowan gasped. A breath. A soft, high-pitched cry filled the room. Mariah broke. She dropped to the floor, cradling her daughter, sobbing into the curls on her tiny head. Nori let out one final, relieved huff and sat down, tail slowly thumping against the floor. The hospital confirmed it the next morning. Rowan had a rare form of infant sleep apnea, episodes so silent and brief they could easily be missed. And likely had been, until now. Nori had sensed it. Not once, not twice, but every single night. The growls, the restless pacing, they weren't fear or aggression. They were warnings. She wasn't trying to scare the baby. She was trying to save her. That night, Mariah lay awake with Rowan asleep on her chest, Nori curled up at the foot of the bed. She reached down and brushed her fingers over the dog's ears. "Thank you," she whispered. "You're not